Okay, so how's it going, guys? Another video. Trade recap today. So today I passed my eval. I'm pretty happy. So I took some shorts today. Pretty much my bias was mixed. I didn't know where market wanted to go. We had this 1 hour relative equal highs and 1 hour CB, like unfilled CB, with a 4 hour high on top. But we were really overextended, like because of news, the war news and everything. We're hyperextended in a premium. So I wasn't really confident in longing unless we had a retrace. And as you can see, we had this unfilled 4 hour and unfilled another unfilled 4 hour. Like price action was around here. In 1 hour, we were having like this really like dodgy candles in the higher time frame. When that happens, usually as I see doji candles is when we want to have like a market structure shift. So in this case, we had like 3 1 hour doji candles, and that was like kind of sketchy. I wasn't really confident on longs, but I wasn't really, determined for shorts. But I was definitely more bearish than anything else. Then in the 15 minute, I mean, we had a lot of liquidity, like soft liquidity under us. We had no target points, except like what I told you here. Because in pre-market we took this high, and that also like gave me a bearish narrative since we already took the high and we were super extended. So I didn't see why we would want to keep going higher. And so yeah, I was mixed bias, but kind of bearish. Then 15 minute, we didn't have really like unfilled 15 minutes close to the range, and so I didn't have like my targets were the 4 hour unfilled gaps, and so since the doles on longs were so far, and the only doles that I wanted were unders, I was waiting just for a short setup. I wasn't gonna long if I didn't think it was 100% sure. I was ready to risk a little bit more on shorts since my bias behind it was like a lot stronger, if that makes sense. So a market open, we manipulated up. We took like this highs right here. We didn't tap this, but we tapped the rejection block, and so and we completely reversed, and we had this like small 1 minute inverse. Just, right here like this. I'm sorry, I'm like in a cafe right now, so if there's a lot of sound, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people here. But yeah, I pretty much entered in this 1 minute inverse. I didn't wait for the candle closure. I was pretty sure we are gonna inverse it, and so I entered. And yeah, we got a big displacement down, and I pretty much went BE like right here, right, like at this low. It was a low. I think I went BE here or here, one or the other. It doesn't matter, right? But then we started having displacement up, and usually what I wanted to see is this 1 minute to like completely reject. So we tap and reject. Like this candle right here would have been perfect. You see, we rejected, but then we went up and we closed up. This like green candles, like these 4 green candles, were telling me that we weren't really sure. Also, it's because we tapped the unfilled 4 hour. I mean, this is my unfilled, the first one. Um, If I go here, this small 4 hour unfilled, it's this line right here. And so we tapped it, and look at the displacement we have with this candle. And so I was kind of scary. I was like taking my conviction out of the trade. And so I closed like at this line right here with like in profits. I'm at like 250, 300 in that trade. But as I said, I didn't have any conviction on us going higher before we got like a good retrace. I could have stayed in, but I didn't want to get break even. And to be honest, if it would have been really close, I would have not gotten break even, but it would have been really close. And I wasn't ready to take the risk. I was like $700 away from passing my eval, so I wasn't trying to risk winning a big trade when I just needed like 2 winning days, right? And so I closed with 300 in profit, but I still like stayed in the markets, right? Because I wanted to see how we would react off first presented. So I can turn this one off. And so after I close this one, we're going up. You see, as I said, we tapped the 4 hour on field, and so we could have been bullish depending on how we treated this gap and the other higher time frame gaps. And so we traded inside this 1 minute gap, which is first presented, and we had really small displacement above CE, and we couldn't inverse the gap. Even though we displaced past it, we could not inverse it. That gave me a lot of conviction that we were gonna go lower again, right? That it was just a small retrace, and I was confident enough to re-enter. And so after we got this close, right, I was just looking at the 3 minute, and as you can see, we tapped the 3 minute, like CE of the 3 minute gap right here. We also tapped the 2 minute, and we have displacement down. Like as you can see, we tapped it here. We respected CE, not perfectly but close, and then we displaced down. My initial target was here, like the next unfilled 4 hour, and I'm pretty sure like I would have gotten BE. And so when I was looking at my profits, and when I saw that I was enough in profits to pass my account, I just closed, because that was the point. I'm in Eval. I'm not making money from it, so the point is just to pass the account. So that's pretty much what I did, and it was pretty good because it would have reversed on me, which is it was only a retrace before delivering more in macro. As you can hear, the macro, it would have been perfect. Judo swing, tap first presented, big inversion, we continue lower. I mean, it would have been perfect if you entered here or at the tap of first presented, like respecting this small gap, or like um, I don't know, probably like a 5 minute gap. I don't know, but it would have been a good trade. And yeah, just closed right here, passed my eval. I'm super happy with passing my first evaluation. I'm definitely confident. I've been on a like in the last I think 10 days. I've only had like 1 or 2 losses trading every single day, which isn't the best because a lot of the days I could have avoided just getting BE or being in uncomfortable positions and just like taking unnecessary trades. Definitely right now with my XFA, my funded, I have to like really be consistent and only go for green days. Because my point right now is just to get a payout, to confirm that I can get a payout, and after that it's just like it's just based on time. The more work and effort I put into it, the better I'm gonna get, right? And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the two trades got me to pass my eval. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or whatever, I don't know if I can show my. Let me see if I can show my executions. I'm just gonna change this real quick. I'm sorry, give me a second. As you can see here, so this is my Discord where I journal. So there you go. Lucid funded account. Evaluation completed by Carlos, by me. These are the executions, as you can see here. This is the 1 minute chart, and so I like shorted here, close like around here with partials, then shorted here again after first presented reaction, and closed here for passing the eval. So yeah, that's about it. I'm really happy now. Obviously, the series is done. Like trying to pass the first eval. So the next series is gonna be me trying to get a payout, and I'm probably gonna full port another eval on Friday on CPI. I got it for like 55% off, and so yeah, why not? It just I pass it or I don't, and then I'm just gonna trade my funded for the next week. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching the video, and see you in the next one.